Alright, we are here with Historic Brawl, one of the new Jumpstart commanders. Slinza, the Spiked Stampede, 5 mana 5/5. Beast spells cost 2 less. Each other beast you control enters with a counter on it, and whenever a creature enters with power 4, you can pay 2, and then this fights something. So the bottom part really isn't all that exciting, but it's there. It certainly is there. There are a fair amount of beasts in Historic, but not a lot of extremely high-powered beasts. But that's kind of okay, because a lot of what the beasts do, or just a strategy like this does, is just kind of play mid-rangey creatures and then beat your opponent to death with them, right? It doesn't matter if it has a bunch of text on it, like Questing Beast, or like barely any text on it, like this. Right? It's just kind of a beast you use to bludgeon your opponent to death. Seems pretty nice. The, you still have your crucial 1 mana ramp spells to really glue all this together. The uncounterable enchantments, haste giving is very strong as well. Atali just seems good. Scute Swarm is probably better than Rampaging Baloths, unfortunately, but I've never played with this card before. It's a beast, and it makes beasts, so I'm going to play this, but I would make the argument Scute Swarm is just better. You could run both, I guess, but I'm going to stay, on the beast theme as best I can. Thragtusk is interesting. There's no way to abuse this. It just sort of makes a 3/3 when it dies, but it's a beast. It's a very well-known card too, and well, it's in the game, so I might as well craft it. So that's really about it. Just play beasts, hope they're good enough. If they're not, rip, you move on. If they are, yay. So let's craft it and send it. See what happens. Oh, wait a minute. This is not a beast, but I probably want Gore Howl. We can probably just take this one out, honestly. Alright. Green-white unicorns, and you thought it would suck, but it actually did okay. Huh. Okay. That's nice. Also, let me know if the volume is messed up, because I'm still working on the new software. What are we up against? Imoti. Alright, well, Emoti's pretty good. I have essentially, or borderline, the fastest thing I can be doing, which is nice, but Imoti is Imoti, so it might not matter. Alright, looks like it was. They couldn't impede my extremely fast opener, and we just get out from under Imoti. I just realized I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, Cruelclaw is kind of unfortunate. Wait, no, I didn't mean to say that. I meant my hand is a little unfortunate, but I still like it. Cruelclaw is... it's alright. Wow, my opponent said hello before me. Look at that. Look at that. So I don't think I want to flare my Scrapworker. But there's an argument that that would be right. I can play this. For 4. Okay, I have a lot of mana. I will not flare again. That's interesting. Well, can actually get our commander in play. That's pretty cool. Oh, it sees itself on its ability. I did not know that. I did not know that. That's actually hilarious. I thought it was other beasts. Oh, it literally says it in the first part. Never mind. Still not the most powerful ability, but hey, you know what? For 7 mana, I guess you can enter with 5 damage on something. I wonder if they even kill this. It isn't actually doing anything as a 5/5. Okay, I was about to say. Oh, Fable. I don't know if I want Fable. The more I think about it. I don't know. Alright, sweet. Look at that. Imagine I had one of these last game. Actually, imagine. Ajani is cool. Okay, interesting. Oh, with Ajani's ability. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, Ajani's not looking that great right now as a card to cast. It does kill my commander, actually. Okay, I was about to say, this is a really uphill battle for Ajani. I wonder if they will instill the bracket system in Magic Arena. They probably will, assuming that's what they actually intend on implementing. I think it was just kind of like an idea, and then the internet's like, oh, it's true, what's going to happen? But if they do a bracket system, it'd be kind of cool to... Actually, this format might get a lot better because of that. It can get significantly better. Where you just know you'll never get mana drained if you're in, you know, poop land. Okay, so I don't want to use this, so I'm going to just play this. I kind of want to use it, but I also don't. I think here I'm just going to strike it rich again, actually. This can hit a land. Okay. If not, I still have other things to do next turn. Okay, it hit its hat land, but I guess technical land. But this doesn't leave me high and dry. I could have just simply played this. That doesn't feel right, though. Okay, I hit the land. Don't expect a block. Do we expect a trade here? Do we expect a trade? Suppose I'll go to combat. I'm just always going to combat anyways. Alright, didn't really think so. This is fine. This is basically a must-answer threat. Or it's very close to a must-answer threat. Okay, interesting. Well, it gets Golden Sidekick. Very curious. Very curious. Okay, so... I think this is time for something like this. Play that. Do this here. No, we can do it here, actually. Go here. Do that. Okay, my opponent could have double blocked. I did give them the option. I chose not to. Hello, Y number person. I could have also just pinged the Elspeth and went face, but where's the fun in that? Alright, I actually get to do this, which I did not expect. The attack doesn't do anything, but Kona is tapped. I probably shouldn't cast this, although it does replace itself. It does replace itself. I guess it's free? No, it's not, because this wants a cast trigger. This wants a cast trigger. Okay, I'm just not going to cast it. I don't think it fundamentally changes anything. Like, my opponent's dead to the same stuff. They have to deal with my board already. I don't think playing this is worth it. Looks like it wasn't. But again, that's kind of to be expected. Alright, so I can play this and fight their commander, which kills it, but they gain 4. I don't really like anything else I can do here. And oh wow, really? I didn't. I mean, all they're only taking 5 damage. Did they think both had? There's a chance my opponent thought both of these had haste. They go to 9 and then down to 8. This one? Gotta love the Grixis deck out-ramping the green deck. I can make Fnatic tap for 4 if I don't swing. 5, 6, 7. 7 mana. Does that really bring anything new? I feel like I don't want to do that. I also feel like whatever I do just doesn't feel all that useful. Like, I don't like any of my options here. In the slightest. Okay, well, I guess this is all I can do. Okay. I think I like to see this. Is this a good thing? I think? I don't know. It feels okay. Like I got to a point where I got to my... Yeah, we can take out my opponent's commander. Honestly, didn't expect to be able to do that. I don't know if that's... Okay, it was. Alright, sweet. I don't know, maybe my opponent completely forgot that my commander could do that? So they just thought they could just play this to save themselves 2 life. But, nope. Hey, it's Covetous. First time for everything. I don't know if I can keep this. I know I have, like, a good turn 2. I don't like the rest of my hand. This is slightly better. We're against Atali, so if I don't, like, win before that resolves, I guess the game's over anyways. Let's put Temple in play. I have not played this Leatherback yet. Kind of excited to. Takes me back. Looking at this card really takes me back. Alright, so we're gonna play Rhythm or Domri? This is mana. I kind of like Rhythm, but no, I'm gonna play Domri here. The 5th land, or mana sources. Well, I would argue pretty important right now, so. Opponent did not have a 1 or a 2. I don't know the last time I've seen Atali not have a 1 or 2. That's actually kind of insane. Surely there's a 3. There it is, of course. Fortunately, this is one I just immediately... Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. I have to plus... Oh, alright, so that means I only have one play to stay in the game. It's my only play here. It worked. Oh, it worked too. It worked. Wow. Alright, well, like I said, if they got to Atali, we lost. Yeah, no 1 or 2 in an Atali deck is insane. My opponent had to mulligan. I don't think that makes any sense against really any commander. That could just be a level of disrespect, right? They just don't respect this, which is totally reasonable. You know, just looking at this, like, alright, play it. Just not respecting my commander could lead to that, or maybe they banked on a top deck that was solid. They did have a temple on turn 1, so it's, you know, there's other reasons other than not respecting this to not have 1 or 2, but... And then for your 3 to be vulnerable is pretty sketch, but, you know, get wrecked. Well, imagine I had this curve last game. Probably would have won on the spot. Actually, I literally would have won on the spot. I'm going to assume my opponent's going to concede right now. They did not concede. Wow. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I commend ye. I would have conceded. I don't want linear rails. I'm just gonna swing with this. No reason not to. Okay. I can kill that with my commander. Does this give haste? I can't remember. It does. Alright. Alright, so now I trade. And then... Wait, hold on. Do I? Yes. That is a trade. Will I? Yes? How do I not trade with Bristly Bill here? Feels kind of bad, but not really. Alright, now my opponent concedes. Oh no, it has to be this turn. Alright, my opponent is not conceding, they just said good game. Interesting. That's kind of funny. Guess I could make it treasure. I could have core claimed too, which is funny. Yep, just it was a Birds of Paradise Scrap Gorger into Roxanne. And, I mean, we ended up winning anyways, so it did get answered, which made our opponent feel like the game was still going, but this is something that I would probably still concede to, right? It's still left behind a mana source in the form of the Meteorite. I'm basically playing 2 lands a turn, starting from turn 1, and basically never stopped doing that. And that's just kind of nuts, right? Whether this got answered or not, I would probably still concede to this. Okay. Athreos is weird. I don't usually see that. I don't remember the last time I've seen this. That's crazy. It feels crazy. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. One, two, three. Oh, come on! Come on! Give me anything. Like, how? Why? Stop. Ay, ay, ay. Let's get the Surveil land again. Wait, didn't I? No, that was the last game. Alright, I guess I'm taking Covetous. I guess. I don't know. It could be very difficult to deal with Covetous, so. I'm just not going to be able to play the game, am I? Everything's going to be perfectly answered the entire game. Athreos is cool. I do like this. It's my kind of deck. I can... and probably... well, I wouldn't mind just killing Gonti with my commander. Honestly. So I can swing. I think that's like the only thing that matters here, so whatever. Really, you have swords? Oh, come on. No way you have swords here. Alright, good sign. Okay. So I can play this, but I can't fight. Swing all out? So Covetous without any life gain can end the game, close it out. Of course, why not? Sounds about right. I really needed a, more devotion. Wait a minute, they cannot actually pay 6 here. They can't pay 6. Do I think I'm going to lose? I don't know. Most likely, they have 6 cards, so most likely it's probably the last turn cycle. No, they can't do this. This isn't going to save you. You need more than this. I think? Wait. I think? Right? I don't know what... I feel like they need more. Of course, there's now no creature. That's fine, let's do that. Okay, hold on. I did it. I did it. Oh my goodness. I won that game. I can't believe they had nothing. Well, that's not even true. They had stuff. That's nuts. I beat Virtue and double board wipe. Double sweeper and a reanimate spam thing. So keeping Covetous was by far the most useful thing I did. Wow. What an exhausting game. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's crazy. I had literally no hope of expecting to win this game. That is truly nuts. I think honestly this is probably close to like an 80% loss rate kind of deck. Black white removal spam sweepers is a nightmare, and that's literally what they had. So the fact that they had it and I still beat it is crazy. And this, like that, this will never happen again. Okay, so surprisingly, it was pretty solid. I think I said in the intro, but a lot of these cards are just mid... Yeah, no problem. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Showing up. A lot of these middle ground cards are just good, like, quote, generically. They're just decent, even if they don't have a lot of text or whatever. It's just 3-mana beatdown card, 4-mana beatdown card, and that's alright. So there were a fair amount of games where this was basically a 7-mana deal 5 to a creature. You just pay 5 to cast it, it enters, and then it fights something of your opponent's. And that's, I guess, kind of cool, right? I guess. There's some instances where I just didn't have time to cast it. Any game where I did not have early ramp, I basically lose. So I think you must ramp, or yeah, you must ramp to some degree before turn 3. So like a 1 or a 2. If you feel like there are not enough in this deck for that to happen consistently, I would say just run more. Anything beyond 5 really felt bad. I don't think you can really play a Tali here. I'm not sure I ever actually cast it. And the same goes for Tooth and Nail. Craterhoof is hard to pass up. In fact, Craterhoof alone is so powerful that you might want to just run more Mana Dorks, just so you can consistently cast this when you get to, you know, having it in hand and 3+ creatures in play or whatever. So, there's merit in that. It could also just be another creature in the intermediate. I don't know, it's alright. But I would say these were probably not correct. I would take those out. Some of these 5s were questionable. Like, this is cool. It is a beast, and it's funny to play it while this discounts it to 3, and then you start, you know, chaining together a bunch of cards with Garruk's Pack Leader and all of the beasts casting for half as much. is pretty cool, but I didn't really get to do that too many times, and I don't know, it's still a weird card. It's just a weird card. There might even just be better cards than this that do something similar. I know there's the 3-mana enchantment that lets you draw once on your upkeep, and then there's like another 1 or 2 that do similar things. So I don't know. It's a beast. You try to discount it when you can. And sometimes you can just cast it first and draw off your commander, but really for the most part you prefer to play this first and then shut down the earlier creatures that happen, because it just bops everything for 5 damage. I did not actually bump into a lot of the Mana Drain Dark Ritual. Actually, I did not in 2 hours see a single Dark Ritual. I didn't see really any early discard. There was a couple Inquisitions of Kozilek. I saw 1 Mana Drain. And for the other, crazy, fast, degenerate things, it was typically just early green 1-drops. And because of that, you could run more lightning bolt effects, like a Shock and the other 2 lightning bolts, Frost, Bite, and Strangle and stuff. You could just run those if you really don't want to deal with that kind of thing going on against you. But for the main beast core strategy, I was kind of sold with. I like it. I could actually recommend this commander, which going in, I really didn't think I was going to, but red-green mid-range beatdowns is kind of solid, even with the beast tribal package thing going on, as opposed to something like, what is it, Ansrag, the 8/4 giant mole thing. And literally Roxanne is just better than this in every conceivable way, but Roxanne might pitch you against higher bracketed opponents, because the opponents I was playing against did not seem... I didn't feel as though I was being, hit in the face with the hot shovel that is the higher tier bracket. It did not feel that way. There was like no Teferi Hero Dominarios or anything like that. I did actually see its Hollies and that other thing that I can't remember, but so it did play against, normal things, but I would say it has a slight disadvantage in your average matchup, and I'm sure there's maybe 10 or so cards that can be shuffled around to make this a little bit more efficient, but again, I was really just trying to have as many beasts as reasonably possible for this to just do anything. And I think early on it was, and then later on it stopped doing things. Just, how it panned out. It is a cool Great Henge deck. I will say that. A lot of the green decks I played with this hadn't felt like that, but this is certainly one of them. It felt like that was actually a thing you could be doing. Rhythm of the Wild. I didn't see a lot of counterspell decks. The problem with a lot of the counterspell decks anyways is they cast the counters before you would cast this, right? Unless you're on the play with Utopia Sprawl. They could just simply counter this, right? And then it kind of feels bad, but I don't know. I can recommend it. So let me know what you thought about it. Leave your comments down below. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.